So it's raining and I'm about to go to the gym. Which means this is the perfect time to do the one thing I don't like doing. That's making reactionary content because Kanye went on a rant again. Cue the intro. Yeah, this title sequence is completely unnecessary. I just wanted to amuse myself because I'm literally just going to be talking in my car per usual. But hell, when you have a voice like this, you best believe I'm going to find a reason to put it to a banging soundtrack. So Kanye went on a rant again, and I pretty much watched almost the entire thing besides the last 4 minutes. And what I gained from that, watching it is, well, Kanye doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about, and he's surrounded by yes men. Now, personally, I don't really care about Kanye West outside of College Dropout and Late Registration. I mean, when it comes to his music, that's where I kind of stopped at and didn't really follow anything else besides hit song here and there. But once again, speaking on his music, he is who he is. The man is incredibly talented and you cannot take that away from him. But like with a lot of people with talents, just because he's talented in one aspect of life doesn't mean he's talented in the other. And in this aspect, it's social commentary, world history, and just knowing what the fuck he's talking about. In fact, Kanye West reminds me of that guy, if you've been in the inner city or anything, who's kind of like an elder, who might have a little bit of respect and everything, and rants on the corner. People who have had a shared experience similar to mine know exactly the type of person I'm talking about. They are the individual that will have a little bit of knowledge, basic knowledge, like crack epidemic destroying the inner city black community, but then will conflate that with absolute batshit insanity. Here's an example of that, and I'll have to show you my acting chops.
We don't even own our own community, young blood. Look at this. Every time you see these pigs riding through. When it's with us, though, they'll come on the corner store, lock a nigga up. But when some shit go down, you don't even see them. There was just a shooting the other day. 45 minutes. 45 minutes. Nobody showed up. They don't give a fuck about us. Flood our community with crack. Destroy our schools. Taxes go to the town over. All of it's to keep the black man down. The man doesn't want us to succeed. And you see it everywhere. Look at hockey. You got white men putting a black puck into a net. That's them just reinforcing they want to arrest niggas.
I may or may not have heard shit like this before. Just putting that out there. So what makes that actually kind of effective is there's a lot of truth sprinkled in there. If you live in the inner city, there's the fact that if you call the cops, depending where you live at, cops won't show up. In fact, I was at a party years ago and somebody got shot outside the party. They weren't involved with us. It's a long story. And the cops didn't really show up till about an hour later, and they rolled by, looked, and rolled away. And of course we have everything like Ronald Reagan, the whole Iran-Contra scandal, and the crack epidemic destroying the black community, as well as the fact that our schools aren't equal to white schools because of property taxes and all that type of stuff. Yeah, right? The rest, however, makes absolute no sense. And that's how Kanye formulates his arguments, or his rants, anything.
The fucking times. These y'all niggas showing up at the LV show. These niggas is colonizers, nigga. The French own 80% of the banks in Africa, nigga. That's why I just met with MBS, nigga, head of Saudi. Nigga, we don't have to bow to this shit, nigga. Okay, it's 60 million of us in America, 60 million Jews in the world. Jesus Christ, Hitler, yay. Third party, sponsor that, nigga. Yeah. Bring the sponsorships to that.
He's a guy that has a sprinkle of information that he could throw out here and there that makes it seem like he's making sense. So, for example, BlackRock has had a massive influence on our economic situation that's currently going on, especially with housing and everything. The commodification of housing, BlackRock's involved in that. Lobbying and all that, BlackRock's involved in that. They're not the only one, but they are a company that's involved with that. You sprinkle that in and it'll make sense. But then he uses that to transition into his personal biases and vendettas that he has, as well as just saying shit that doesn't make sense. And the worst part about it is you have people in the background cheering it on, which is why I actually appreciate that this video exists, because it shows how the downfall of somebody sometimes is based on the people they have around them. And I'm using downfall here very loosely. Kanye is Kanye. The stature he's gained is not going to go anywhere. And in fact, with the type of society we have, the more outrageous you are, the more people that's going to pay attention. Whether you're correct or incorrect, know what you're talking about, don't know what you're talking about. At the end of the day, be interesting. Being mediocre is how people don't pay attention to you. Hence my channel. I'm very mediocre. Or as the saying goes, all publicity is good publicity. And in case of Kanye, this is publicity. I'm talking about it. Everybody's talking about it. But there is something very peculiar that caught my interest, because in a moment of self-awareness, Kanye, being right again, He talked about the audience, the crowd, and how they were only there for a check. They weren't really there. They didn't care about him and everything.
Nigga, I'm by myself in this motherfucking room, nigga. Everybody shut the fuck up. Hey, shut the fuck up. Let me tell you something right now. Just the fact that you ain't listening to me, it's it. Ain't none of y'all niggas with me. I'm by my fucking self. Cause ain't none of y'all niggas stand up for me. Ain't nobody stop. Shut up. Be quiet before you get exiled. Like, so I'm saying this. Nobody with me. Everybody here, half the motherfuckers on a check. Half the motherfuckers just here like, ha ha, laughing at jokes, laughing at the raps and shit.
But in the same vein, he then tried to quiet one of the women there and said she'll be exiled. And it's in moments like that where I feel like we can't just say that Kanye's mentally ill and he doesn't know what he's doing or anything. There is an element of cognition there, as on the one breath, he's calling him out for not being there for him, for not sticking up for him, for not staying on team Kanye when Kanye was in need and everything. And in the other breath, he's letting them know, I will remove your access to me and the things that grants you, if you don't behave. His use of the word exile there was not on accident, which then kind of showed again on his controlling nature when he started criticizing the one woman for not recording anymore.
How about that? We're not black, nigga. We're Indian. Yeah. We're Native American. Yeah. How many of y'all grandmothers got Indian in your family?
Yeah, I'm first. Period. I'm Indian.
Wait a second, but what happened to the Indian? We black? Show me black on the planet.
Because he's
Why you stop recording?
He knows the fucking shit.
Why you sound crazy?
Because my phone is down.
Nah, because you think I sound crazy.
No.
Which was very interesting, to say the least, for him to react that way, which is something that, once again, dealing with these type of individuals, they tend to, at least in my experience, they tend to like have this notion of people thinking they're insane for the insane things that they say. And it is a form of gaslighting and manipulation and everything, which I think is fairly interesting, because I believe a lot of us have seen this on just a regular level with just friends, cliques, fraternities. Doesn't have to be your friends, but friend groups in general. People threatening their friendship, threatening removal from the group and everything else if they don't toe the line and whatnot, right? We see this a lot in society. But when you get to the level of a Kanye West, the money and influence, it then isn't just normal people shit. It is a cult. It's very cult-like behavior. And that's what I find particularly interesting in this situation.
Hey, what's happening? This is Future Sprax here. Sorry about the lighting and everything. I'm just sitting in the car eating food. By the way, this is these sauteed tomatoes and carrots. Oh my god, delicious. I just literally saw a post on Kanye like 2 minutes ago, where he plans on building a city in the Middle East called Ye City. Literally in this video, I mentioned cults, the whole exile thing. That's how you create a cult and whatnot. And then bam. I'm so happy I didn't upload this when I wanted to upload this, because I've been busy with stuff. So I've been editing slowly, 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there, because my life is really busy. And well, there you go. I'm validated. That's all I really want to say here. I know what I'm titling this video now.
Better yet, as somebody that's very interested in politics and watches rallies and everything else, it shows a lot of similar behaviors and mannerisms that you would see from a Donald Trump, especially during the 2015 rallies he was having leading up to the 2016 election. If you've ever paid attention to Donald Trump in any way or form, one thing about him is that he demands loyalty. He's not really a loyal person, but he demands loyalty. And in this same instance, you saw Kanye basically demanding loyalty from the people around him. And the end result that you get with the enabling and everything that is forced by Kanye is you get a perpetuating cycle of the actions that he does, that pretty much nobody can prevent, because he has a self-contained ecosphere, right? An echo chamber. And that's the reason why I just wanted to talk about this, bring my 2 cents on it, as this is something you actually see a lot in daily life, in family dynamics, friend dynamics, power dynamics in general, where somebody has a form of control. It could be a matriarch of a family, a patriarch, it could be a boss, whatever. I have a lot of stories that I know of where a person's behavior is encouraged, air quotes, because that person actually has the power to force people to do what they want or get the fuck out. And that rant of his allowed us to see that type of inner working candidly at play, not scripted, live. And I feel like there's just a lot to take away from that. Ultimately, I really have no call to action here, because Kanye is going to be Kanye. people are going to follow him and believe him. That's just how these type of things go. People follow Trump. There's people that thought that 5G caused COVID. Yes, I can say that because I'm at the end of the video. YouTube. It just is what it is, right? But if you find people interesting, you find like how these things happen interesting and whatnot, like I do, well then, using the word again, his video is fairly interesting. Even though as a young fan that grew up listening heavy to College Dropout and Late Registration, it's a shame seeing this is where he's going. But it is what it is. Can't really do anything about it. And with that being said, I will catch y'all in the next video. I'm out. Got to work out.